Hi, welcome to a review of Lost Universes. The second edition just come out, 450 pages. However, if you got the first edition and you're expecting it to be the same, obviously not the same universes, but the same quality, this is definitely poorer quality, poorer paper stock, but the pictures are fine. Absolutely, if you go through it, absolutely fine quality, but still it is definitely a poorer paper quality. And here's the first one. If you haven't got it, you should be able to pick up copies of both. I think I just looked online, it still seems to be readily available. Lost Universes, this is edition 1, and I think personally the range of the comics that were included in this was a lot better for me anyway, with Tower Comics, etc. But this one is still pretty reasonable, and there's some lovely Lost Universes. I wonder if they're going to do a volume 3. I think they've tied themselves too much with the Lost Universes. Would have been better, I think, if they'd just gone for universes or sort of some other term, because I don't think they need to be lost ones. But there's the ones, tables of contents, lots and lots of ads, but also a comic strip, which I think was a waste of space, personally. I mean, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with the comic strip, but it's just a bit of a waste of space. I think they could have added a few more other universes, maybe sort of like DC, Justice Society America. Again, not really lost, I suppose, but there's got to be some that they could have chosen. And you can see there Futurians, Genesis, Dinosaurs for Hire, Marvel 2099, and of course there's probably a load of Marvel universes they could have included. Obviously, previous one did include the new universe, but let's go for it. And here's the comic strip. Again, it's okay, nothing wrong with it, but I just didn't see the point in it. Maybe if you didn't know anything about, but who would come to this? Really, just your average comic book fan. I suspect this is not really aimed for that. Probably aimed for people who love, like me, covers of various things. And you can see Captain Marvel one. Love Captain Marvel, Spider-Man 2000. That's a series that I hardly read a single one, though I have read them subsequently. And some more ads, let's discuss it. Here's the first one. This one, of course, is The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Promethea, and many others, Tomorrow Stories, Tom Strong, etc. That's obviously a university, Alan Moore, Norseman. But it does include the price, $3. Many of these probably are all in, I assume, the bargain bins at 50p in the UK. Terra Obscura. And then on to another one. You've got the top 10 there. And Overstreet Access. Soldier Zero. You can see there again, $4, $4. Lots of variant covers. Now, I wonder when they came out, they're probably a lot more expensive, those variant covers. And Broadway Comics. One that I must admit I'm not familiar with. You can see there Fatal. But again, like I said, the quality of the pictures, fine, absolutely fine. But personally, the quality of the edition 1 was much nicer. And then on to Captain Action, a series that I really, really liked. Certainly for the DC ones, because it was Gil Kane. You can see the covers there. They're quite small. You can see how small they are. You know, that's the size. Not very big. You've got about 9, obviously, on a page. And on to the next one, Captain Canuck. And one that I have seen, but I can't say I particularly followed. Chaos. Obviously, they're Lady Death and all those ones. Evil Ernie. And it goes through. Now, the thing about this book is great because it creates all the book. Well, I assume all the stories related to Lady Death. So it goes off and features this one. Everything that's part of that universe that it thinks of defines as a lost universe. Now, is Lady Death lost? I don't know. I can't imagine. Though saying that 2003, 2002, I suppose, have there been any more since? No idea. Deluxe Comics. You got there Thunder. Now, Thunder Agents was in also edition 1, but that was including the ones from Tower Comics, and you can see Thunder Agents 1 there. Remember that one? That issue? That came out in 1984. Wow. And also some other ones, 1985. Hadn't realised that was so long ago. And also DNA Agents. Unofficial crossovers as well, and the Teen Titans, no less. And I love they always use that cover. How many times has there? That would be a great series. They brought out not Lost Universes, but variations of a particular comic book style or theme. That one has been done millions of times, all from probably the earliest Justice Society / Justice League of America issue, I believe. I might be wrong on that. Maybe that was the earliest form of that. But also, of course, Action Comics #1. That cover has been used a lot. Lots of variants of that. That would be an interesting book if they brought out a variant one, sort of flow through. What would they call it? I don't know. I'm certain people will put in the comments, wow, but this one, Captain Marvel. And that is a great universe, and one that I hope and pray that when they bring out DC Finest, the new series, when it comes out, I think December-ish, I've got a few on order, Aquaman and Justice Society America, but I haven't seen Captain Marvel listed. I would love to see a complete volume, all the volumes for Captain Marvel, because there's just so many brilliant stories that were done there, and I've read quite a few over the years. You can find, obviously, and read them, but it would be nice to bring them out. They don't need to be restored either. Just put them out, the best quality edition you can get with a bit of clean up, but not much. They don't need to be turned into a sort of standardised format, but they probably will. I know that's the way they work. However, Gift Comics, Holiday Comics, they came out with great names, certainly. I love those. Marvel Family. Obviously, lots of those sorts of things. And there was other ones, of course. Marvel. And that was the last one. Here it is. Marvel Family. And that was it. It all ended at that point, sadly. For many years, obviously, DC eventually licensed the Marvel Family, which is Shazam, etc. When they came out in 1973, 74, that sort of time. And then you got Mary Marvel as well, and all the others. Master Comics had that as well. All Fawcett Comics. That was one of the big losses, I think. Fawcett Comics, I really wish they'd continued, but of course, they said obviously that Captain Marvel was too much like Superman. Personally, I never felt that way. Christmas Comics, Wow Comics, they're just great. Love those. And on to the next. So, of course, you've got the Monster Society of Evil. Just brilliant. I mean, a worm. Did they ever have that in Superman? Perhaps not. I don't know. Comic Book Price Guide. You can see number 15 there. And then on to Genesis, Malibu. Now, this is not every single title for a particular company. And it's obviously Genesis there. Malibu Comics obviously have produced lots of other ones. But you've got all the various ones here, Dinosaurs for Hire and Protectors and so on. So there's obviously a theme that runs there. That's another. So it's not a complete, I don't think it's every single title in thing. Obviously the Fawcett one only includes the Marvel ones. And you've got here Dinosaurs for Hire. So obviously it gives a bit of detail. I wish they'd actually included a little bit more detail about many of these series. There's not much particularly. Marvel 2099. I didn't buy any of those when they came out. That was a lost universe that completely passed me by. But apparently there was lots of them. Oh, Black Panther. You've got Black, and he's got a list there. You can see there, you've obviously got Spider-Man 2099, Secret Wars 2099, Deadpool 2099, Alpha, and so on. And you've also got their lovely thing. And you can see there all the Doom 2099, Punisher. I was never keen on that. I just did not see the point with that. But still, obviously that's what they decided for that series. And then Badger Comics there. Badger, I should say, Badger Comic. Now, who was Badger by? I don't even know. First, apparently. You can see their First Comics. So you've got those, and again, the price is $12, $6. First Comics, was a graphic novel there, $15. And on to Nexus. You've got Nexus there. You've got Capital Comics, first move to First Comics. That's sometimes a confusion, isn't it, when they move to a different... And then you've got, I love those ones, Scout, Timothy Truman one, they were good. Bought a few of those. And also Shadow at Archie. You got the Archie series. And they produce a lot. Archie Comics. Now, they haven't gone... Lost Universes. Maybe they could do ones for those, like Josie and the Pussycats. Is that a lost universe? I don't know. However, still going on with this comic strip, which is just odd. Free comic book day. Welcome. And it obviously gives all details about how to go into comic shops. And yeah, I love some of the comments here. Also, make sure you double check your dimensions. Forcing a golden age or silver age. And I've done that a few times as well. Specify with modern sizes will not only damage the comic. Well, I don't know what else they'll damage, but they will definitely damage the comic. But also, apparently damage the lid as well. I expect so. And I love the shot there, which is possible, I guess. Luckily, I've never seen that. However, that is actually it. for all the various lost universes. And that's a pity because we're on page 393. So we've actually got, let's quickly go back a bit. Yes, Shadow. So from about page 370, the rest of it is really only bits of like giving you near mint, grade description, which I don't really think fits into a lost universe. I know it's a price guide, but it just seems a bit of a waste of space, personally, which is a pity. And it goes all the way through the back, going about this. And it's sort of me, I go, my eyes, most of my comics probably are actually in the fair to good and probably worse than that. Let's go right to the back. Incomplete. That's probably my one. Not that one, unfortunately. I would happily accept an incomplete one of Detective Comics 27. But this one, copies in this destination typically will, in most cases, be beyond collectability to the majority of the hobby. Really? I'd buy that. Action Comic number 1. It's a really battered, horrible edition. £5. Yeah, I'll pass on that, I think. No, I will buy it. And I've got loads of coverless comics. I have no problem. So these sort of ones at the back, but that's a 0.3. I haven't got any slabbed either, so. And you can see it all graded. So here you've got most of mine are probably in that, where they do not affect grades, detached with chunks missing. Yeah. I just enjoy reading the comics. However, Lost Universes. This is a nice book, though. If you're into these different series things. If you're not, you're probably not going to be interested in this. So Captain Marvel, if you're a Captain Marvel fan, you might find this of great use. I like it, but this will probably not be for everyone. I still think they could go with a few other variations of this that may be even more interesting. But this is a great little book, Lost Universes. I say, especially combined with the other Lost Universes. Will they bring out a 3rd edition? I don't know. Please put in the comments below about all the universes you can think of that could be put in this. Because I must admit, I'm thinking to myself, maybe the Bob Hope universe, those sorts of things. Adventures of Bob Hope from DC. Maybe there's some Marvel ones that they could, Timely Comics. Probably there's a few lost, but everything in the sense is a lost universe in that respect. But that's it. Going through that, will you be getting that? Will you be buying that book or will you be passing it? Do you buy the price guides? I generally don't buy price guides all the time. It's one of those ones that I occasionally think, you know what, I'm going to buy the price guide because they're not super cheap. So I buy that and then I look at it and think, oh, that's expensive. So I maybe shouldn't buy the price guides. Hope you found this of interest. Bye.